Hi everyone. Today I am going to talk about a very interesting topic and very important topic, and which is about the colors of the compound. In class 10th chemistry, you are watching that it's feeling a very harder. This is because you are not able to memorize the colors of the compound, which color will form when and how. So in this video I am going to discuss all the colors of all the four chapters which is you are going to study in class 10th chemistry, all the colors of compound, gases, and the important thing like the H2S is called also the turn used to in tarnishing the silver, and like the CO2 CO2 converts the carbon hydroxide into the milky what in the milky form. So all the things I am going to discuss which you must have to remember before starting your class 10th journey in the chemistry. So that for this I would like to tell you, you must remember the class 9th ionic compound table to writing the chemical formula, and if you know the chemical writing the chemical formula, then you must go over this video also. So before this I would like to start from the reactivity series, because the reactivity series make you foundation over remembering the colors of the compounds. So as you know that which you have studied in class 8, the reactivity series is followed like the potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, uh, hydrogen, uh, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold, and the platinum. So the potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold, and platinum. This is the reactivity series which you may have studied in class 8. But if you forget, so remember this, because this is a very important thing, because for this you will able to remember the different type of colors of the compound, and this is also very important in understanding the displacement reaction or the double displacement reaction, because it depend upon the which one metal is more reactive to whom, and so that it will displace to the other metal. So that this is a very important thing becomes for you. So for this I am going to remember the colors of the oxide, metal oxide. So that for this you have to mainly study the 8 type of oxide, 8 metal oxide in class 10. So the first five, first this is first, second, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 to 4, 6. So as you able to see that when you remember this reactivity series, then you will able to find that the first six metal which is the potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, all are the white color excepting the potassium. So as you say that the potassium oxide is the yellow color, potassium oxide is the yellow color, and the sodium oxide and the calcium oxide and the magnesium oxide and the aluminum oxide and the zinc oxide is all these five are the white color. So as you are able to remember that when you know the this table reactivity series, then you are able to understand the six color directly of the oxides of the metal. So this is the tricks which you have to understand, which you will only understand when you remember all those things. So that I am going to provide you in this video, so that you are able to remember. So write in your copy that all the first six compound can you remember using this trick, that the first all of this, and some other important which you have to remember, like the copper oxide which is of the black color which you have to remember, and the lead oxide you have also remember which is of yellow color. So these two become the exceptional which you have to remember, and it become very easier for you to remembering the colors of the oxide. Now I am going to discuss about some important gas which you have to study in class 10. So it started from the CO, H2, and then O2, then again we have the SO2, and SO3, and like the H2S, and these are the important gas which you have to study, and the CO2, and only these gases you have to study. So all these gases are the colorless. What I am saying, these all are colorless. That means there is no color in all the gases. But you also have to understand that these two gases are very important because it helps in tarnishing of silver. It is helps in the tarnishing of silver, and it convert the solution into milky. This is a property you have to remember, that CO2 convert the calcium hydroxide into the milky, in the milky color, and it is for responsible for tarnishing of the silver, and all these gases are the in the colorless form. And the another two gas which you have to remember, which is the NO2, which is the brown color, brown fume is produced, and the another gas you have to remember, Cl2, which is the yellow green color, which is also used in making the bleaching powder. So there is only gases which you have to study in class 10, and these are the metal oxide which you have to study in class 10. And further I am going to teach you something more interesting, as I think you have to note this over A4 size paper, then you could remember this as a whole. And another important thing which is related to this, which I am going to talk about some salts, which you have to study. The salts like the remembering the trick of the salt. I am going to give you a trick to remember the colors of the salt, so that you could remember that man PCM, that means PCM means physics, chemistry, biology, that means talking about the science PCM. And I am talking about a man PCM, that means what is the going to be trick, man PCM, man PCB, man PCB. Man means magnesium, A for aluminum, and N for sodium, because Na means sodium, A for aluminum, and this is the magnesium, and this is Pb, which means the lead, and this is C means copper, and B means barium. All the chlorides like the sodium chloride, aluminum chloride, magnesium chloride, copper chloride, barium chloride, and Pb means lead chloride, all are the white color, except the copper, which is the copper is a blue color. As I said, copper is a blue color, but all the chlorides are of the white color. The chlorides, the sodium chloride, aluminum chloride, magnesium chloride, copper chloride is the blue color, and the barium chloride is also white color, and the lead chloride is also white color. And if you know the writing the chemical formula, then you will write the chemical formula of this also. Like if I am writing the chloride of copper, so you will write here Cu2Cl. So like this you could remember. Like this you could know the writing the formula. So as you able to know that some common salts, and another important thing which is the copper sulfate, iron sulfate, zinc sulfate, sodium sulfate. The remembering the color of this is also very important, because you have to study this thing in the displacement reaction. So I am talking about some sulfate like the copper sulfate, CuSO4, and FeSO4, and another is zinc sulfate, ZnSO4, and another thing which you have to study is the sodium sulfate, which these are the four important sulfate which you have to study in class 10. This one is of the blue color, and this is also called the blue vitriol, and this is of the green color, and this is the white color, and this is also a white color. And I think if you remember this all the things, the class 10th chemistry will be easy for you, because the student mainly face the problem in remembering the color. because all are able to remember the reactions, like the all the reactions, but not able to consider that which one is of which color. So I think you understand, and thank you for today.